presentation of the NBA live on 2K. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Duren in at the 5. And for Golden State, Red Adams out there with Curry. Then it's Wiggins. Then there's Filipowski. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center, filling out the middle. With league-wide focus, Doris, on size at every position. We've seen the demise of the traditional point guard.
So, Kevin, the first point you make is absolutely valid. Even 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", we're seeing point guards of that size. And not only are they exceptional passers, they like to score it. So that's first and foremost. But what I believe ultimately is, if you're 6'3" and under, and you still bring a special amount of skill, there's going to be a place for you.
Williams can't get it to go. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Pass to Watkins. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Now here's Wallace. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Jackson Davis, defended by Duren. That one drops for him.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Down low, here's Dort. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
And you take a look at Jalen Duren, big man Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Here's Williams after the made shot from Watkins, and Duren slams it in.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Here's Watkins. Off target from outside. The Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now here's Wallace. He's covered by Watkins. Now the pass to Duren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. 11 feet away. Here's Duren. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at
the Thunder shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. Topic is checked in for Cason Wallace. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. To the middle. Curry gets the bucket.
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustment.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Duren. Feet away. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Jackson Davis can't get it to go. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trailing by 2. Curry with the rebound. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Rockets.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
We talk about multiple efforts on the defensive end, and I thought, boy, that was good old-fashioned focus, team effort. What a win.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr, and he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here is Williams after the made shot from Watkins. An emphatic LU jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Here's Topic, defended by Watkins. Topic, no good. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Hield. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That wiry frame is stronger than you think. Buddy Hield finishing through the contest.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
So it's the Thunder now. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Gotta time up that clock to do so.
Mitchell outside. Warriors with the rebound.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Pass to Podziemski. Dishes to Watson. 11 seconds left to play in the first. Watkins and another basket for Golden State.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Filipowski. Peyton Watson is out there with Moody. Then there's Red Hot. And it's Podziemski in at the 1. Nice shot by Red Hot.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Caruso with the ball. Inside, here's Hartenstein, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Here's Podziemski. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Thunder trailing by 6. Over to the wing. Caruso kicks to Wallace. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by Watson. The Warriors shoot has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Red Hot was indeed hot, and the last game against Orlando was tremendous. He scored 45 points, and so much of that damage he does is from long range. Just a fantastic night for him. The kind he wants to have every night, I'm sure. Guys?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. But we'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Peyton Watson. Wiggins comes in for Red Hot. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They lead by their biggest margin of the game.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
The Thunder also changing it up. Jalen Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Topic comes in for Wallace. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Mitchell passes to Williams. To the inside. And Williams throws it down.
Ooh, that's the athleticism we talked about with Jalen Williams. This guy can get off his feet in a hurry.
Pass to Wiggins. Thunder with the rebound. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And I credit the shot selection in that one. It's hard to stay patient, but you see the reward.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
Here's Curry. It's tipped. They get it back. Jackson Davis finds Curry. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Here's Williams. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
That was big because they dug a...
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Warriors lead by 1. Live from Chase Center. You're watching 2K Sports.
31.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Red Hot has really been making it happen, guys.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Wallace. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Wallace dishes to Williams. Shoots over Filipowski. Here's Duren. A second chance effort. Filipowski grabs the board.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And it's Wiggins missing. The Thunder have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. And he drops it in from the low post. Williams has got the lead up to 1 now for the Thunder. Curry passes to Watkins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Red Hot's got 20 points.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Here's Wallace. Some solid defense from Watkins. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Goes up on the wing. Warriors getting another chance here. Shot's good by Filipowski.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Curry. They get the rebound. Duren off with the layup. Warriors leading by 4. Curry deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Watkins. Hits it from three-point range. He's got 23.
Well, there's evidence all over the floor of how well Stephen Curry runs this team. He does a good job keeping them at their pace and making all the right decisions.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, Red Hot getting it done today.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
Different look here for the Warriors. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Baden Watson comes in for Filipowski. Hields checked in for Wiggins. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Curry. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Jalen Duren. Alex Caruso comes in for Dort. Topic is checked in for Cason Wallace. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Topic. The pass to Caruso. Looking to end the run.
You have to love Jalen Smith's defensive effort. Test, yes, sir.
Here's Watkins, and the Warriors take on 2 more.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Williams scanning the floor. Charity stripe shot. The Thunder with another miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And the Warriors making a change here. Filipowski's checked in. Williams with a clean look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter. Pass to Red Hot. Out to the right wing. From 17 feet out. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. 27 points for Red Hot.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Outside Williams, over Watson. Here's Hartenstein, and he banks in the layup. Hartenstein's got 6 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Rejected by Watkins. And they get it back. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 17-7 run. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Line for the Warriors.
That free throw missing.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Thunder trailing by 10. Williams attacking. They get a hand on it. Here's Red Hot, defended by Caruso. And yes, it's good. Red Hot's got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors
52.
going into the break with a 10-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Lepowski's out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Watkins in at the 2 spot. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his first points of the night. Warriors leading by 10. Pass to Watkins. Back to Pajemski. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Wallace outside. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Warriors with the rebound. Jackson-Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Red Hot. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Out to the wing. Here's Watkins. And another 3 for Golden State.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes it to Duren. Outside, Dort. Shot clock at 5. The pass to Hartenstein. No good on the 3.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pajemski with it. Wallace on him. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks down the step-back James. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Red Hot.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. From outside the arc, good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Wallace outside. A step-back shot here. Over in the corner, Dort. Hartenstein inside. He's guarded by Watkins. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
The Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot that time, not on target. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points, and the call will be against Red Hot. That's his third foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Smith checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Peyton Watson comes in for Filipowski. And Bones Island subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Duran, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Alex Caruso comes in for Dort. Topic is checked in for Wallace. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Watkins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Red Hot's got 47 points.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Red Hot.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Good as the jump shot falls. Red Hot's got 49 points in the game.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Williams kicks to Caruso. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in.